Game 6, let's go. Golden State Warriors win the championship this season 103-90 over the Celtics. Let's talk about it. So, first of all, congratulations to the Warriors. Curry getting finals MVP, Wiggins, Canadian player, Klay Thompson coming back from injury, Draymond Green, their whole organization. Congratulations to them. 4 titles in the last 8 years is absolutely insane. They need to be destroyed eventually, but for now, we'll celebrate them because they are an insane dynasty. Steph Curry is a possible top 10 player of all time. I don't know, 4 championships and 2 MVPs. He's the greatest shooter of all time, Steph Curry. Amazing game from the Warriors as well. Amazing game. Curry tonight, 34 points, really efficient, 12 of 21, 6 of 11. At one point in the game, he was 5 of 6 from 3, so he was super efficient, and the Warriors as a whole were super efficient in the first half. They ended up the first half 15 points over the Celtics, like 54-39. Curry just played like Curry, amazing. Transition 3, 2-man game with Draymond, back-to-back threes, crazy Curry stuff. He was driving a lot in this game as well, and his finishing ability in this game was incredible. He's always a great finisher. Ended up with 34.7 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, a block. I don't even remember him getting a block, but amazing game from Steph Curry. He broke down in tears at the end. He fully deserves it, man. He's like a legend, best shooter of all time. I'm happy for him. He's such a nice guy, such a genuine player, and happy for him to come back. The Warriors did fought to come back here. They were bad for the last 2 seasons. The first season after the Raptors won, they won 15 games. They were super injured. Klay was out, Curry was out, Draymond was out there by himself. Kevin Durant was gone. They won 15 wins. They drafted James Wiseman and Jordan Poole, I believe, or Jordan Poole was the year before that. But, then last season, Steph came back. Klay was still gone, injury. Steph had a really good season. They lost in the play-in game. And now this year, I mean, you could say that you predicted the Warriors to win because it's not like they were not a contender. There was a lot of questions with them, with Klay not being there. People still question Curry and all that, Andrew Wiggins, they got him in the trade from D'Angelo Russell from Minnesota. And, there was a lot of questions for Andrew Wiggins as well. Some people calling him a bust. He can't do anything but score. And if he's not scoring, he's not doing anything. And in this series and just this season overall, he's proved how versatile, two-way player he is. Consistent scoring, 18 points tonight, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals, 3 blocks. Pretty efficient game from him. Amazing defense on Tatum. He had Tatum turn the ball over 2 times. He made him travel 1 time. He was just locking up like crazy. Really good defense from Wiggins in this series and this game. Very happy for him. He was basically the second best player in this series. Draymond was pretty bad for most of it. Klay was inconsistent efficiency-wise and all that. So Andrew Wiggins was really the second best player on a championship-winning team, which is not a bust at all for a first overall player, to be honest. Really happy for him. Draymond Green bounced back today. He hit 2 threes. That's when I knew the Warriors would win. When Draymond hits a 3, I think they're like 17-1. So him hitting 2 threes, and then he also hit a really long 2 when the clock was running out and he couldn't find anybody to pass to. 3 jumpers by Draymond in a game. You have to win that game, and they did. He had a really good game. 12 points, 12 rebounds, 4 offensive rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Turned the ball over a bit, but he was really good today as well. Klay Thompson hit some timely shots. Not the most efficient game from him, but it is what it is. Gary Payton had some great defense as well today. Jordan Poole as well, 5 of 12. He was pretty hot in the first half. He was like 4 of 5 at one point. So, the Warriors are super efficient in the first half. They were making the Celtics turn the ball over a lot. The Celtics started off really strong, it was like 14-2 in like the first 4-ish minutes. But after that, the Warriors went on a huge run, 25-8 run to end the half. So after that timeout, the Celtics looked lost and confused. Their offense was just like the consistency in their offense and finding quality shots and all that was just gone. They were not, I don't know, they just were not looking, they were looking pretty confused out there. I mean, credit to the Warriors defense. It was amazing defense tonight, but also the Celtics were just like really all over the place. The Warriors as well out rebounded them in the first half for sure, and offensive rebounds, a lot of second chance points, a lot of steals as well, getting on transition. They went on a 21-0 run from the end of the first to the second, which is like the longest run in an NBA Finals ever, I believe is what they said on the broadcast, which is crazy. It was a lot of Celtics turnovers and just like offensive rebounds and all that. Draymond offensive rebounds to a Jordan Poole 3. Wiggins getting a dunk from Clay in transition, or was it a reverse layup? I think he did both. But, you know, they were out running a lot in the first half. The Celtics looked really lost. In the second half, the Warriors went on a bit of a dry spell. They missed like 10 threes in a row or something like that, and the Celtics were making somewhat of a comeback. It was, you know, it was a 20-point game and a few points. It was consistently a 15-ish point game. The Celtics did try and push off of Al Horford and Jaylen Brown to try and come back into this game. It got all the way down to like 8 points. And, so, you know, Warriors pulled back out and finished the game off really strong. Congratulations to them. Really good, you know. They're champions for a reason, man. They're a dynasty. They're built so well. Draymond, Clay, and Steph, such a amazing trio. It works so well. Andrew Wiggins is like the perfect two-way player for them. You know, defensively, he was out of his mind this series and, you know, pretty consistent. His game 5 was really good when he had 26 points and 13 rebounds. The game before that, he had 16 rebounds. So, yeah, really happy for Wiggins and the Warriors overall. You know, they better stop winning soon. It's too much. It's getting too much. Holy cannoli, as Klay Thompson said. But, you know, really happy for them. They shot really efficient from 3 this game. At one point, they were like, I don't even know, but they were super efficient this game from 3. Curry was going crazy. Hit a 3 from the finals logo. He got Jordan, you know, he got Gary Payton near the corner to give him a drop-off corner pass to get a 3. That was really nice. You know, really, really good game from the Warriors. Deserving champions. Not a lot of people thought they would be here. There was a lot of questions with their team. Clay and Wiggins and, you know, Curry as well. People were questioning Curry, and I feel like now people questioning Curry will no longer happen. I know, you know, he didn't have the finals MVP for so long. Iguodala got the first one. Kevin Durant got the other 2. People were saying that Curry was not the best player on the team or whatnot, or he's not this, he's not that, because he doesn't have finals MVP, whatever. Now that is done. He has it. He was the best player by far in this series. He averaged like 31, 32 points, really efficient. He was like ungodly efficient, other than if you don't count that last game, he was like almost shooting 50-50 splits from 3 and from overall. You know, incredible series by Curry. On the Celtics side of thing, man, what happened? Jason Tatum, what happened, man? 6 of 18, 13 points, 5 turnovers, 7 assists, 3 rebounds, 3 steals, a block, 3 fouls. He absolutely disappeared in this game. I'm sorry. He hit a few mid-range shots. I don't know what to tell you. He was not driving well. Again, he looked like he was looking for fouls. The Celtics team, Marcus Smart as well, complaining to the refs a lot. For what reason, I don't know. I mean, I do know everyone does that, but it's just so frustrating at some points. Like, you just have to play on, man. And they started off really hot. Then offensively, they just crumbled until the third quarter. Al Horford gave them 4 threes. I think almost all of them were in the third quarter or so. He was trading threes with Otto Porter Jr. Al Horford and Otto Porter Jr. were trading threes in the NBA Finals. What in the world? What world is this, man? He had a pretty decent game as well, 19 and 14 rebounds. But Tatum, man, he wasn't driving. He was on lockdown, Alcatraz, jail, prison, whatever you want to call it. Wiggins was just all over him, and he didn't give him any room. Gary Payton as well was really good on him today, and just Draymond, like I said before, Draymond had a really good game. He was shooting the ball even. He had some really nice assists, rebounding really well, but defensively, he was on the help defense like crazy. He was just rotating at the right time in the right place to just shut down Tatum and Brown's drives. Jaylen Brown, 34 points. He had an okay game. 5 turnovers, though. Talk about the turnovers for the whole team. 22 turnovers for the Celtics. Last game, they had 18, and that was too much. Whenever they have more than 16, they are like 1-7. Today, they had 11 turnovers in the first half, which I think is like a playoff high for this team this season. And guess what? They had 11 more turnovers in the second half. So just, it was partially the Warriors defense. You have to credit it. They were really good, but just some bad plays. Tatum, 5 turnovers himself. He traveled at one point because of Wiggins. Wiggins, I think, stole the ball from him at least once or twice. Not a good game from Tatum at all. Robert Williams today, he was decent. He had 5 blocks, which was really nice. He also got 2 turnovers. So, everyone was turning the ball over. They were out rebounded, out offensive rebounded, turnovers, like absolutely crazy turnovers. Jaylen Brown, he had an efficient game, but the turnovers, and there was so many times where he was driving, he loses his dribble, and it's just so frustrating sometimes to watch him just completely fall down while he's driving. And I know he doesn't have the best handle, but it's sometimes like, oh my God, man. Marcus Smart, bad today as well. 3 turnovers, 5 fouls, so many fouls that was just his own fault. Offensive fouls, he was pushing into Curry to get Curry a foul, which was kind of funny, but then, he was just on some shenanigans. He wasn't good either. Derek White, I don't even remember him playing. Peyton Pritchard, I think there was a thing. Their bench was just awful as well. Minus 26 for Derek White, minus 20 for Peyton Pritchard, minus 18 Grant Williams. They were just really bad. They had no bench production. And I don't know, man. The turnovers really killed them. Offensively, they just lost their groove and their consistency, and they were just, they didn't look like they were in an elimination game 6. They didn't look like they really wanted it. They just weren't on the same level of intensity. They made that fake comeback in the third quarter off of a bunch of Al Horford threes and Jaylen Brown, his efforts, but it wasn't enough. They couldn't do more than that. I really didn't think they were going to win this game at all after going down 15 at halftime. I don't know, man. Celtics, they still have a bright future. This season was still a huge win for them. Obviously, losing in the NBA Finals sucks, obviously, but in January, like everyone says, they were like the 11th seed. They were super bad. They were blowing a ton of leads in the first half of the year. Defensively, they were bad. Marcus Smart was calling out Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown for not passing the ball. They had a players-only meeting. They were blowing leads like crazy. They blew multiple 20-point leads. They had that buzzer beater against New York from RJ Barrett that they lost the game, and just overall they were really bad. And then, Ime Udoka, first year coach, there was a lot of questions with him. Brad Stevens going up to the general manager spot, and is he built for that, whatnot. Huge, amazing turnaround for them in the second half of the season. Absolutely historic defense in the second half of the season. A historic turnaround to go from under 500 to I don't even know what seed they were the 2 seed, made it all the way to the finals. Tatum was all NBA first team. Marcus Smart was defensive player of the year. You know, amazing, amazing turnaround for the Celtics. They should be totally proud of themselves for making it to this point, but they did collapse. And like I said in the last video, they can look back to game 4 when they could have went up 3-1, and instead Curry had the crazy game where he dropped 43 and everyone else on the team was bad for the Warriors except Curry. He was going crazy, and the Celtics had a lead in the fourth quarter. And in the final like 5 minutes, they kept shooting a bunch of threes. They were down by like 3, but they kept shooting threes. They didn't drive. They just kept missing. They let the Warriors absolutely steal that game, and then the series is tied 2-2. Then game 5, Steph Curry has one of his worst games, definitely his worst game in the series. He didn't hit a 3. The first time in his playoff career, he doesn't hit a 3, and the Warriors still win because, they were just overall turning the ball over again. 18 turnovers. Wiggins had the big game. Clay stepped up. And then this game, turnovers again. 22 turnovers is ridiculous. I think I saw a stat. Jason Tatum is the first player in NBA history to have the over 100 turnovers in a playoff run. Honestly, probably one of Tatum's worst series overall. He was not efficient. He wasn't driving very well. He was passing a good amount, but there was also a lot of games where he either wasn't passing or he was turning the ball over almost as much as he was passing. Not efficient at all. No crazy scoring games. I believe maybe his best was like 28 points or something. I don't even, maybe he hit a 30 piece at least once. But still super young team. Amazing season for them overall, regardless of the loss or not. It still sucks, but to make it this far, and they went through tough competition. The Nets, Milwaukee, Giannis, the Heat were really good. So, they had a really, really good run. But Warriors, obviously, the experience of going to the finals 6 times in the last 8 years, winning 4 times in the last 8 years. Curry, Clay, Draymond, the amazing trio. They just worked so well and everything. And, it's just not their year. But, they're still super young. Tatum is only 19 years old. Yeah. So it's up from here for the Celtics. Overall, their team, honestly, there's not much they can really do to change the roster. You can say maybe they need, I don't know if you can say they need a true point guard, but just another player that can like slow down the pace and like find a good mismatch on a possession and just like get the team under control. Because as good as Marcus Smart has become, he's still not, I don't think he's that much of that player. Because even in this game, he was getting posted up against Curry a lot, which was nice, leading to open shots. But there was also a bunch of foul stuff that he did that was annoying. He was missing some bad shots. And, there's questions about that. But it is what it is, man. Great finals. Really good series compared against the other conference finals. Really, really good series. Celtics win the crazy game 1. Then Golden State comes back in the second game. Third game, an overall game from the Celtics player. Tatum, Brown, and Marcus all had like 25 and 5 in that game at least. Then they could have went up 3-1. Curry has 43 points. Game 5, Wiggins has 26 and 13. And then this game, Curry again, 30 something points. What is it again? He had 34 points as well. Really good offense and defense from the Warriors. And, the Celtics, they still have a ways to go, but they should be really proud of themselves for this. Man, you can't say enough about Curry. I'm so happy for him in this moment. Like, obviously they have the dynasty, but when you have those 2 losing seasons and people are counting you out, and then your first season, like basically fully healthy team again. You come back and you absolutely just prove a lot of people wrong. Curry himself, amazing series, and you know, you always gotta be in the moment and appreciate what you have, because after those 2 seasons, they probably there was some doubts about, they maybe even doubted themselves that they could make it back here, but they did. So really happy for them. Again, more Curry BS. Look at this absolute maniac. Get the lead back up to 22 in the third. Yeah, I don't know either, man. What a guy. Transition 3 like crazy. This is the moment right here where the Warriors won the game. Draymond, corner 3. Bang! Oh my god, what? Curry averages this series 31 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 48%, 43% from 3, 85%. He also was a really like above average defender this series as well. Like this comment said, he shot 44% from 3 in the series, where he went 0 of 9 in a game. If you take that 0 of 9 away, he definitely shot almost 47 or something percent. I don't know. He was insane. Jordan Poole as well, offensively, early in this game was just electric, hitting a bunch of threes. He missed that one, but look, offensive rebound. Draymond back, another 3. Suddenly the lead at the start of the second is 12 points, Some Andrew Wiggins love here. Wiggins, Wiggins, cause of the travel. Tatum, rough game, man. Things to point out in this clip right here. First of all, Jordan Poole, 6 minutes, 11 points, 4 of 5. He was a huge boost off the bench immediately to really kickstart and continue this Warriors 21-0 run. Then here you go, Jaylen Brown. The two help Gary Payton and Jordan Poole cause the Jaylen to just lose his dribble again. And then Wiggins in transition, easy dunk. Draymond again. Oh, corner 3. Bang! Again, the Celtics, just stupid plays here. Tatum, I don't know what he was doing in this play. He had 3, his third a foul here. He was hooking Andrew Wiggins like crazy. Look at this. Literally, and Wiggins is looking at the ref while he's doing this. Curry again. This is such a nice play. They had this play in game 4 as well. Once again, 2-man game here. Draymond, easy, man. Crazy thing about this play is like, where is Draymond's man? Is this supposed to be Al Horford in this play? Because he's just watching Marcus Smart absolutely just get lost. I mean, it's pretty difficult in this situation with Draymond screening for Steph. It's too much. Once again here early in the game. See Draymond, offensive rebound. Jordan Poole, big 3. Offensive rebounds. Second chance points. Once again, some more defense by Wiggins on Tatum. Just staying with him. Blocks. I think he blocked Wiggins. No, Wiggins blocked Tatum at least twice in this game. And just stayed with him the whole time. Tatum, not the best series by far, obviously. 21, 6, and 7. Not that bad, but for what you would hope your best player, almost averaging 4 turnovers as well, and only 48% true shooting, 36% from the field, and then 45 from 3 is really funny. He was lights out from 3 in a lot of games, but just everywhere else he was bad. And even from the free throw line, 65%. Come on, man. One more Curry 3. Pump fake. Derek White off of him. Too easy, man. Then this play. It's a 9-point game right now for Boston. huge run. They get it all the way down to this. 6 minutes left. Al Horford already, I don't know how many threes he hit. 4 threes in the game. He probably already hit 4 threes by now. And in this play, he's just 1v1. 30 million years old Al Horford 1v1 against Curry. And everyone, Tatum, Smart, they're all watching. Absolute no help defense at this point in the game. This is their 18th turnover right here by Boston, which is how many they had in the last game. And then Peyton with the big dunk right here. Really good.